Welcome to Rangeland Raw on Shaw. Weekly recap of the high school football games in the Medicine Hat area and the Rangeland Conference. This week features a pair of the undefeateds, the Crescent Heights Vikings taking on the Brooks Buffaloes, as well as a couple of local teams looking to get in the win column. Medicine Hat High Mohawks against Tabor, and the McCoy Colts taking on the Strathmore Spartans. Here with head coach Dustin Ressler after a 47-21 win over Brooks. Dustin, how'd the game go for you?
It was a really good game, actually. We started really strong, controlled the ball. The offense really kept our defense off the field. And first half, we were up 29-0, and kind of let them back in the game in the third quarter. We came out flat in the third quarter and kind of had to piece things back together, face some adversity.
Now, Brooks arguably was the strongest team you've faced so far, aside from the game against Hat High, where you said that they likely just maybe took you for granted. Do you feel that you executed well enough against them?
Yeah, there's a few things obviously that we have to work on. Brooks, I think, has been our stiffest competition so far. Hat High was, a stiff competition as well, but this game, just ended up closer in the end than what the Hat High game did. We executed all right. There's lots to work on, obviously, and lots of things to, crisp up as we move forward.
Who are the guys that stood out for you tonight?
Connor McGough had a big game again. He did an excellent job running the ball and ran a screen pass for 50-some yards. His outside speed is just really good. We had some defensive players. That's my kind of thing. That really stood out. Joey Mackey played great. Linebacker, we had Zach Lutz playing great, and Jordan Moulton was playing halfback too. Our corners had good coverage all night. A lot of our young receivers also stepped up. Boston Dooley catching some balls and stuff like that. So it was a good all-around effort. We really spread the ball around, and a lot of our young guys are really getting enough experience now and in real games so they can come and make some plays.
Does that make your team even better and better now that obviously you wanted some of these guys to get the reps and they're getting them now?
Oh, for sure, yeah. We have a lot of rookies that are playing, starting offense, starting offense, and starting defense now. So them getting that early season experience in our previous games where the games were a little bit of blowouts really helped us out, and I think we'll be better for it in the long run.
Was Skylar Selk able to see any reps at quarterback tonight?
No, Skylar didn't see any reps at quarterback. He did catch a couple nice balls, though. He looked good as receiver. Keenan Wilson's back as our backup quarterback, our grade 11 quarterback. He's back from a concussion. So he took some reps at the end of the game as quarterback.
Do you see maybe being able to shuffle Scott into slot back, Scott Hanna, like you wanted to earlier in the year?
Yeah, hopefully we can get to that point. We'll hopefully be able to work that in here as we move forward over the next couple of games. We have Tabor and Strathmore to finish off our regular season. So if we can get to that point, that'd be fantastic. I think that's probably one of the keys for us as we move forward here to gain that depth and get Scott to a receiver at some point.
A lot of the teams in the league are battling injuries. How are you managing to keep your team healthy right now?
I kind of attribute that again to those blow wins that we did have, so we could get some other kids in there, give our workhorses a little bit of a break. I think our kids really did a great job in the off season as well, preparing them for this season. They worked out hard, they stayed in shape, and I think they just set themselves up for success in a great way.
At the start of the season, you knew you were going to have a competitive team. Did you envision being 4-0 and this successful?
Yeah, I did actually. I believed in these kids, and I knew we had a good group coming. We had systems that are in place. We have a great coaching staff, and I did see us in this position. I see us winning a Rangeland title, and I see us going into Pro V's deep.
All right, so Tabor's up next. How do you prepare for them? What do you know about them?
Yeah, Tabor's up next. I have 2 games on Tabor right now, so we'll be well prepared for them again. Just scout them as best we can. Let our athletes make plays. It'll be a big game. Every game's like a playoff game. We can't give one up. We got to come out hard every time. And it should be a good one on Friday night.
Final question: your shutout streak is broken. How many push-ups are going to be handed out in practice this week?
Yeah, the scoring average on our defense definitely took a little bit of a hit. Thomas Lee is all over the place and stuff like that. So allowing 21 points is something that we definitely have to work on. They scored one really late with a minute left when I had some substitutes in as well. So, no push-ups I don't think, but there are some things that need to be fixed.
All right, congrats on the win. Thanks, Dustin.
Perfect. Thanks, Dave.
Here with head coach Quinn Skelton of the Medicine Hat High Mohawks. First of all, Quinn, how did the game against Tabor go this week?
Things worked out quite well for us in the end. A little bit of a slow start, and we were down a couple bodies, but we had some kids really step up and play a great game for us. So we're happy by the time it was all over.
What was the final score in the end?
24-0 was the final.
You mentioned last week that you lost Braden Mann early in the game. What's his situation like, and I guess what are some of the other bodies that you were missing?
Braden's out for at least next week. We're not sure. We're hoping to have him back for the McCoy game, but we'll go day by day with that. He's just got a separated shoulder and a lot of bruising in there. So we're sooner than better. We'd like to get him back, but that was part of the problem against Tabor's. We didn't have Braden in there, and then our number 2, Tristan, he went out within, I think, first quarter. He was out of the game as well. So top 2 tailbacks were missing for the Tabor game, and we had a couple boys step up and just played some smash mouth football after that, and worked out.
You were trying to get the offense on the same page. How much does losing Braden and Tristan affect what you're trying to do in the execution?
Well, the other night it was huge to that because they both play key roles on that Rocket offense. So when we switched in and had to drop in a couple fullbacks in there, that pretty much eliminated using the Rocket offense that night. And we went back to just some power football running between the tackles and run out of high. So worked fine, and the offensive line were happy to run downhill and play that way. So and both Jamie Pickett and John Rieger did a great job that night stepping up.
Your defense played a huge game against Strathmore. How did they execute this week?
It was fine against Tabor. We had a couple, little hiccups in there with injuries again as we went through the game. We had a few guys in, a few guys out, and of course Braden's a linebacker for us as well. But we were physical again. We were happy with that. A couple missed tackles along the way, but we preserved the shutout for the defense again, and that shows that at least we're working in the right direction.
What's the focus going to be heading into next week?
Well, we can never take McCoy too seriously. They've been a great club for years. They're an emotional football club, and they'll always get up to play against Hat High. So, we know we can't just take it lightly, and we want to make sure we're prepared. So we'll stay physical here the remainder of this week, and then next week we got 3 great days to prepare for them, and hopefully we'll get some of the boys all back and healthy and on the field and ready for Thursday night.
All right, thanks for doing this, Quinn.
Thank you.
Here with Algade, head coach of the McCoy Colts. First of all, Al, what are you guys been working on in practice this week?
Basically, we just want to get all our special teams in better and, work on defense, and we got to score some points this week, so that's what we're working on, just everything.
You've been on the other end of a couple of blowout losses. Do you attribute that to maybe some bodies being out of the lineup? I guess Sam Harvey, one of them, was probably a big hit for you.
Yeah, it's nice to have that weapon back this week, so that's going to help us definitely get our outside game going and our outside speed. And basically, we need to score points. Composure was a little better. We still took penalties though, but so we've addressed that in practice, and we need to come out and get a W.
So Sam Harvey is back. That's helpful. Are there any other bodies out of the lineup still battling injuries or the flu?
We got a couple little ones, but pretty much everybody's ready to go. So against Crescent Heights, we come out pretty healthy. McKenna Simmons, he's nursing a sore shoulder, but he'll be good to game time.
Now, what do you know about Strathmore? I guess they have yet to put up any points on the board this season. Do you look at that as an opportunity to really capitalize on?
Well, hopefully we can hit a stride and take it to them. I mean, we need that confidence, and can be a turning point for our season.
How hungry are these guys to get a win and just to get that first one off the back? Is that the mentality?
Yeah, that's it. We got to go out there. We can't talk about it. We just got to go out and do it. And that's the big thing is the mindset that I talked yesterday on debriefing at the end of practice, and I says, we can't talk about it. We got to set the tone and play like we can.
All right, thanks for doing this, Al.
Good, thank you.
Sam Harvey, star running back of the McCoy Colts. First of all, Sam, how are you feeling after being out of the lineup last week?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good this week. I got over some sickness, and muscles feel pretty good this week. So.
How difficult was that to sit out and just watch your team last week?
It was pretty rough because we just got beaten too bad, to the point where it's just everyone's just in discontent, and it's heartbreaking.
Are you confident in the ability of this team, and what do you think your chances are heading into Strathmore?
Well, in Strathmore, we just got to execute and then go with the game plan, and we'll be good. So.
It looked like a lot of the offense, was kind of seemed disoriented without you in the lineup. How much better is this team with you in the lineup?
Well, not to be cocky, but I say that the offense, it's a lot of like sweep and power running, like more fast than it should be pounding it. So.
Strathmore hasn't scored any points yet this season. Do you look at that as a great opportunity to get a win this weekend?
Yes. If our defense can execute and we can score some points off defense, that'd be pretty good too.
You guys confident in practice that you can pull out a W this weekend?
Yes, very confident.
All right. Thanks for doing this, Sam.
No problem.